All right, waiting for everything to turn on. Here we are. All right, it's Monday, November 25th, 2019. It's 8:08 a.m. here in Arizona. Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. This morning, a ray of sunlight. It appears that Bitcoin has shown up for work this week, so let's take a deep dive into it. All right, Bitcoin's up 1.62% last 24 hours, coming in at $7,185. ETH is up. LTC is up, EOS is up, TRX is up, XRP, the banker's coin, is down. All right. Now, Dow Jones Industrial Average green candle today, we are just hitting over 28,000 again. Although the MACD does appear to be struggling. It is negative right now, so we have a negative MACD, but it is actually turning around. If we look at the histogram there, we shall see. We are starting Monday over 28,000 again. We are 28,009 or 28,010, watching it move between those two numbers. Now it's at 28,008. Kind of exciting. What a way to start a Monday. All right. Now S&P 500, big old green candle today. MACD is struggling. Russell 2000 index, big old green candle today. MACD is struggling, but we're starting to see the histogram turn positive. So it did look like we were going to see a downward swing across S&P and the Russell 2000 index and the Dow Jones index last week. It seemed like the MACD was turning negative, but we shall see. We're seeing quite a rally today, so let's see how that goes throughout this week. Big news. This is amazing. 3.4 billion into Bitcoin so far this Monday morning. That is rocking. We were struggling to see a billion. Did we even see a billion last week at all on the daily? I'm not sure. I don't really remember, even though I was there. But regardless, Tether into Bitcoin, 3.4 billion. That is massive today. That is massive for a Monday. Tether into Ethereum, 1.7 billion. We weren't even seeing 500 million some days, or it was around there. It was definitely nowhere near a billion last week. So massive Tether into Bitcoin and Tether into Ethereum this morning. Great way to start a week. People are buying this dip. Somebody's buying it. All right, market cap 130 billion for Bitcoin. That's not that high, but you know what? Real volume over the last 24 hours. This is the top 10 exchanges, is 808 million. That's massive. 300 million is a mediocre day recently, I've noticed. 500 million is at least Bitcoin showing up for work. So Bitcoin definitely is taking the bull by the horns this week. So 808 million is a beautiful start for a Monday morning. And as you can see, the volume, Tether into Bitcoin at 3.43 billion is just off the charts. I like seeing it. Bitcoin dominance is at 68.78%. Altcoin market cap down to 59 billion. But you know what? That is a beautiful green candle we're seeing here on the daily. So maybe we'll turn this downtrend around. As always, when Bitcoin does pump, we're going to see that it's dump a bit, or many of them do, but not all. But regardless, once it stabilizes and begins to move up, well, a lot of the alts do too. So I was looking at the alt market this morning, and yeah, many did dump when Bitcoin pumped, but I am noticing as Bitcoin's pump slows down that more alts than I would usually expect to see are beginning to follow it, even if they initially dumped. So good news. Bitcoin's up 2.11% right now. It's 7220, so 7,220. Just wanted to look at that again because it's just so beautiful. All right. Now, looking at longs versus shorts, Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance. If we summarize those, we've got 60% longs, we have 39% shorts. Bitfinex more longs than shorts, BitMEX just more longs than shorts. Binance, where all the grumpy pants hang out, way more shorts than longs. All right. What makes me very happy today is that on the daily chart, looking at something I think many people have been looking at, is the on the daily chart, the 618 fib line. So we were under it, and it looked like we were going to continue going under it, but right now we are pumping this green candle this morning, and we are banging against it. We're finding a little bit of resistance there. Let's see if we can get above that 618 fib line today. We are still way far from the 200 moving average, which is up around 9,400 right now, but regardless, if we can get above that resistance of the 618 and start moving towards that .5 fib line at about 8,500, Boom, that'd be wonderful. So this morning's been beautiful. It's hard to ask for more, but let's hope we get above that 618 fib line. That would be a great way to close the daily. That would be monstrously wonderful. On the daily, the histogram is beginning to turn from blood red to eggshell, as I call it. So that histogram is closing. The MACD, the blue line, is closing on the red line. Hopefully we'll get across there in the next day or so. Anything can happen. It could even happen today. You never know. But I would love to see, by midweek we get that MACD turning positive, or even if it's not turning positive, as in the MACD, the blue line has crossed the red. Once the blue line tilts, it is moving towards the red to do a positive cross. That is a very bullish indicator for many on the daily. So, boom. Let's get above that 618. Let's get that MACD histogram continuing to close there, and we're looking good. That is a great way to start the week. Come on, 618. Let's make that resistance. I should say, let's make that support, not resistance this week. Now, I just wanted to note, of course, here on the daily, we are still below the 200 moving average, but looking at the VPVR, if we go back to the beginning of the year, you can see we did have tremendous, beautiful support and resistance in the chart at 8,000, and definitely VPVR shows a lot of buy-sell volume. So if we can get back to 8K or above, we are definitely in an area where we have a lot of support, and definitely, support and resistance on the chart, and also buy-sell volume support. So really, we don't have that far to go. Get above that 618 and get back to 8,000 or so, which is, not even quite the .5 fib. Still, this is looking good. I'm loving to see all this beautiful. I mean, look at that volume going in. I mean, that's just 3.43 billion of Tether into Bitcoin. This is crazy for a Monday morning. And even the traditional markets, which look like they might have been heading towards a swing down on the way up, you could say. I mean, we're starting Monday over above 28,000 for the Dow Jones, the SPX, big green candle. And the MACD, it looks like both these, which were, all three of these, where the MACD was heading towards a negative last week, are now heading towards a positive cross. So, boom. This is a beautiful thing. I know I'm repeating myself, but 3.43 billion into Bitcoin, that's wonderful. And 811 million volume. This is rocking. I'm really liking to see it. So for all you shorters on Binance who love to be Mr. Grumpy Pants, boom, you're going to get wrecked. So anyway, let's get above the 618 fib line today. Let's close above it. Let's keep this MACD turning positive. Let's at least get back into this 8,000 support and resistance that we have. Let's make that support very, very soon. Start attacking that .5 fib line. That would be wonderful. We're on the way. I'm just kind of visualizing how I want this week to go, but I'm also stating what is. On the daily, we do have a beautiful green candle so far today. MACD is turning positive slowly. The histogram is at least showing that we are moving towards that direction. It's Monday morning. Massive, massive, massive. I know I'm going to look at it again because it's just so beautiful. 3.4 billion from Tether into Bitcoin, and boom, 811 million in volume. That is rocking for a Monday morning. Let's look at a very, very short time frame. The 2-hour chart. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. Let me actually just turn this into a 2-hour chart. All right. On the 2-hour chart, of course, we have some nice, beautiful green candles. We are still a ways away from the 200 moving average, but one thing I do look at when it comes to Bitcoin for immediate price action, like if I see the daily is looking good like this, my my MACD is starting to turn positive, and I'm about to cross over a fib line and make that support, I will look especially at the 2-hour MACD, the 2-hour chart, just to see immediate price action. Hey, what's going on? I see it as a early indicator of trends if the daily matches, and we have a beautiful MACD cross on the daily, on the 2-hour. Histogram is widening. This is really a beautiful, nice cross. So boom, 2 hours seems to back up the reversal we're seeing on the daily. Let's close above that 618 today, everybody. Let's visualize it. Boom, let's make it happen. Unless you're a shorter and you are probably over here on Binance going, it's going to 3K, bleh, whatever, losers. All right, let's keep moving. Bitcoin futures chart. This is basically, of course, the CMA futures chart. I do like to see it above the 200 moving average. It is not, but it's moving towards it. So, all you futures traders, this tends to be a good indicator of what whales are doing, whales are thinking. I like looking at it, and I just hope we get above that 200. I think we will. let's let positive sentiment, drag those futures up. But here's the big news. All right, TradingView is having its Black Friday sale for a couple days. This is when I buy yearly, 60% off. Go for it. If you're a TradingView person, don't miss the Black Friday sale. This is Crypto Lark. He's talking about Bitcoin prices falling. Here's why. He talks about a lot of it has to do with China banning crypto again, so the miners sold, and some other factors. If you want to get into the geo crypto politics, etc. of Bitcoin, Crypto Lark is really a subject matter expert, I think, or at least he puts more time into it than most people, myself included. He is great to watch. This is inspiring. This is fun. It does help understand possibly the last week's dump in Bitcoin. At least his take on it. I think it has value. If nothing else, it is good for your consideration and to broaden your knowledge. Do you want to poop Bitcoin? Well, check it out. Over here, everybody's in these green coins. Well, they're doing it this morning. Every day, some coins are green. Whether Bitcoin is bullish or bearish, some alts are making money. And if you want to know how to get into the coins that are making money, well, join Blockchain Education. Last 2 years, I've been a member. It's making me money. Whether the market is bullish or bearish, whether it's all season or not, doesn't really matter. There's always green coins you can be hopped into over here, as you can see, and you can be making some gains. So, I hope to see you in the chat there at Blockchain Education. Join up. You can click on the affiliate link below and watch this infomercial there and check it out. 7-day money back guarantee, I do believe. And so come and join the team. I'll see you in the chat. I'm Cowboy Craig. There is hybrid trading where you can get auto entered into calls, or you can choose not to. You can opt out of that. Also, there is a substantially lesser expensive signals group you can join where there is no auto entry in the trades. You have to do it manually, but it is less money to get in and check the place out. All right, as always, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully to another badass green day, breaking above that daily 200 moving average. Take care.